Now, this one thing will make you a millionaire. So answer these questions. Why do you want to succeed? Why do you want to become a millionaire? So what is the real motivation behind what you say that you want to do? Below the surface stuff, what is it? Something that I've spent a lot of time thinking about lately is how much of what I know is, really me. Why do I believe certain things? Is it because of experiences that I have had, stuff that I've learned, through living? And how much of it is because of endless exposure to mass media, well produced content, and yeah, propaganda? How much is it? So that's a good question to ask yourself and spend some time thinking about. What do you believe? And of course, why do you believe that? Why do you hold that belief? What is important to you and why? Because, I mean, honestly, I know many people who are just living the daily life, not really knowing why they do what they do. I mean, they go to their job because they need to make money, because they need the money to pay the bills, and then they buy more stuff, and then they need to make more money to go to the job again. I mean, that's a circle, guys. And if you're not aware that you're in it and you don't know why you're in it, it may be time to start asking questions to yourself, right? So that's what I've been spending a lot of time, doing lately. Okay. So yeah, the topic of today is the one thing that will make you a millionaire. And I mean, clarity is one thing. Knowing what you want and why is very important. But the problem with the topic of today, the one thing, is that there isn't just one answer. There are many ways to become a millionaire. I mean, just grab a pen and paper and start jotting down different ways that you can become a millionaire. There are so many, right? But there is one thing that I think will help you, and that is to be intentional. This is really the key ingredient, guys. And so many people are living their life completely unintentional, just following the current, right? So, what are you doing today on your day off, for example? Seriously, are you working on things that you have planned that will, take you in the direction of your goal and help you get there? Or are you just, being, hanging out with people that doesn't really help you, spending time watching TV? What are you doing on your day off? That's very important, right? Because how you spend your time will definitely tell where you're going to end up. That's true, right? So, if you're serious about becoming a millionaire, for example, a successful trader or real estate investor or whatever, you name it, best thing you can do here today is to identify the gap between who you are right now and who you need to be to manifest that reality. So if you already, have the habits, the mindset, the educational level or whatever to have $1 million, for example, in your bank account, if you already had all of that, you would already have that reality, right? That's very simple because we look at life in a way of cause and effect, right? What you put in produces a result. Okay. So if you have millionaire habits, you will get millionaire results. If you have average habits, you will get average results, and so on. If you understand that, you can look at life with a new perspective, right? And that's very important because when you start looking at it that way, you also see that you can literally start change at any moment. You can start change right now. You can start growing into the person you need to be right now if you really want. But it takes, intention. You have to be intentional about what you do. So if you're not where you want to be, or if you're completely happy with your current level of life, that's fine, right? But some of you guys want more. I mean, why else would you spend time watching videos on YouTube on how to become something that you're currently not, for example? That's also something to think about. I mean, how much time are you spending on YouTube? And how much time are you spending on doing things? Okay. So yeah, the very first thing here is definitely to identify the gap between who you are right now and who you need to be to manifest that reality, because you will always manifest who you are, okay? So if you're a lazy person, you will get lazy results. I mean, of course, there are exceptions, right? Some people get lucky, they inherit money or they win the lottery, but I mean, that's so rare. It's so extremely rare that I wouldn't count on it. I believe that there is really something to, work on the identity that you have, the knowledge that you have, because who you are will produce the result and the life that you have. So you are your choices, literally. That's a truth to really come to grips with. And some people who are, high in pride, they don't want to accept that they are not perfect, may have some problems here. But if you can just be true to yourself and just look at your life and see, okay, so what I have today is, a result of who I am. And if you're happy, perfect, right? But if you want something more, if you want something else, understand that everything starts with changing who you are, changing how you think, changing your mindset, leveling up the people that you spend time with, and so on. That's where everything starts. Let's take two examples. So, if you're lazy and unintentional about life, you will probably be overweight and have a stressful financial situation. And on the other hand, if you are hardworking and intentional in everything that you do, you mean you get up early, you make a plan for the day, intentional plan, working on the things that will make you a millionaire, for example, you will probably be in good shape and have a better financial situation, right? That's just probabilities, guys. Okay. Now, are there exceptions? Of course, like I said, right? Some people are lucky, some people are unlucky, and so on. But over time, luck and being unlucky doesn't have a say. Okay. If you continue doing the right things, everything will ultimately come into place. That is one thing that is true, that is sure. It's of nature, right? That's how things work. That's how the world works. I mean, just look at it. Of course, there are people who succeed financially while destroying their family, their own health, and so on. But again, is that really success? Okay. I believe that there is a balance, right? So you need to become a person that you are not yet to level up all areas of life, because you don't want to destroy one area just to perform in the other. You want to perform in all areas. That's how you create happiness or whatever it is that you want ultimately, right? So if you want to succeed, reach your goal or whatever it may be, find out exactly who you need to be. What habits do you need to implement? How does a person that has what you want plan their day? What are they doing every day? And what do you need to learn? And so on. And then get work one day at a time. And every day that you produce a day that looks like the person you need to be, you're getting closer to manifesting that reality. And before you know it, a year has passed by and your entire life has changed. Now get work.